I remember praying, like, God, please just free me. Like, I don't care what I got to do. Lord, just get me out of this situation. You just never know when and where, but He be on time.
Oh, yeah. You just want to have your peace back. You know what I mean? And you just want to have your life back.
My relationship with God is what kept me.
Yeah.
2 of my cousins and my best friend. Girl, they had a whole intervention for me.
Oh.
A real intervention, like...
You can't see sometimes the red flags that are just so apparent to them, but to you,
in just 2 months, like, I had lost 10 sizes.
Wow.
But I was grieving. When I was going through my divorce, I was pregnant with my last son.
Right.
Sometimes we be single mothers and they be at home. Let's just be real.
Yeah. You need true friends that's going to give you the real.
Let's just be honest with each other. I don't need no man to come and add to my plate.
I want to like what I see.
Yeah.
When I look in the mirror.
Yeah. If I got to ask you what we doing.
Yeah.
You're not doing enough.
If you lock in with God all the way, if you get the right set of friends and family in your circle, and then getting yourself together, that's all the revenge you need. Once you become the transformed you, it really does change the game. Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode of Beaut Tea Told. It's your girl Britt, and listen, your relationship podcast where me and my special guests, we take those relationship topics, challenges, struggles, whatever it is that you are having some difficulties with. We take that topic, we expound on that thing, and the overall goal is positive change and healthier relationships for all. So welcome y'all. And yes, as you can kind of see, now by the time y'all see this episode, it's going to be Happy New Year, 2026. Whoop, whoop. But it's Christmas time. Y'all know my favorite time of the year. It got to be cold. At least I can look forward to Christmas. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you guys. So listen, without further ado, I got another hot, juicy topic. And we was talking about this off camera, so I can't wait to get into it. And we strategized with this topic long and hard because we want to give y'all the best of the best, okay? And so I brought the best of the best. I brought my girl Tasha on. And for those who follow the pull-up experience, which I told y'all to do, she's not a stranger face in regards to, you've seen her before. And if not, you need to go back and check out that episode. But we're going to be on here talking some girl talk. And it's how to make them regret losing you. Now, it ain't what you think. Because I know where y'all thinking, like, yes, Brittany, revenge. I've been waiting on this. Yes, he going to regret the day she going to regret how she ever let me go. No. This is more about you. So me and Tasha going to get into it. But before further ado, I have to give my guest of honor her, time to shine. So let them know more about you, Tasha, what it is that you do. Because you're a serial entrepreneur out in these streets. Like you said, you had to shut the work phone off for me, and I appreciate that.
Child, her phone stressed me out. To make the money.
You're a busy woman, so.
Hi, guys. I'm a little shy.
Well, she does it all. She's almost like Tasha Mack off of the game. That's what you give me.
That's what they be calling me, too. Either Tasha Mack or Olivia Pope.
Oh, okay. I didn't even think about that.
I'm going to handle it. I'm going to get a handle for sure.
Because you sure be click-clacking with the heels, so yes. Which I know she just toned it down a little, but she's still styling, profiling those. Those nice.
I'm a little. Thank you. No, but I'm Tasha. I'm on Instagram as 31 Tasha. I have 31 Tasha Event Management. I also have my brand, my business, Freedom of Speak. So I do all of the things, like wear a lot of hats. But I do brand and talent management. I basically I like to tell people I handle the business behind the business. I take care of the business back here so they can go out there and be their, the public figures and be their best selves. I just make sure everything is handled, whether it's admin, booking appointments, scheduling. Some personal assistant. I might be at the grocery store. It just depends. You know what I mean? Like I do what needs to be done. We do what we got to do so we can do what we want to do.
Hey, and everybody needs a you though.
Yeah.
So
I need a
guys. Yeah.
I need it.
I can relate, okay?
Yeah.
So listen, she does it all, and she able to manage it all. So if you guys you need her, which I'm sure you do, I'll make sure to have her information down in the description. Though, make sure you guys tap in with her. Make sure you follow her, so that way you can follow all the things that she does, the 1,000,001. And it's always good to be able to connect with the guests even after the episode's done rolling. So
Thank you,
I appreciate you coming on,
Thank you
girl.
for having me.
And like I said, I love the fact that you also threw in your, add-ons with this topic. So y'all, this is gonna be how you gonna triple glow up. So we won't go into more details of what that triple glow up is because listen, we've heard of the glow up. But triple? Yeah, you triple threaten it, okay? So listen, without further ado, let's get into this hot juicy topic, y'all. So Tasha, when it comes to how to make them regret losing you, we are going to focus on faith. We're going to focus on friends. And we're going to focus on fitness. So this is going to be some fun. I love that it's the three F's at that too. But we're going to focus on all that because all of those play an intricate role into helping to rebuild you, to be honest. So without further ado, we got to give it to God because God is first and foremost the most important piece, the centerpiece of it all.
Amen.
So, how did that play a role in when you went through your breakup? Matter of fact, if you don't mind me touching on just a little bit, what was your most recent breakup and how did that look after all?
Um,
You ain't gotta give no names or nothing.
I wouldn't dare. No.
That's right.
No, so some people know, some people don't. I was married.
Okay.
And so since my marriage, I've dated. But he was definitely a learning lesson.
Okay.
Okay. And so after I was divorced, it was really about me.
Yeah.
Like I had kind of lost myself a little bit, and so I took the time, and without God, I probably would have not. So I started dating him after I lost my mother.
Oh.
And so he and I, like, we knew each other at the time, but we weren't dating.
Okay.
And so the reality now, I can say, like, we had a trauma bond.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so we bonded over, because his mother was deceased,
Okay.
and so we shared that. But it wasn't a healthy relationship, and it wasn't a good relationship. The good thing for me was that I always had God as my foundation.
Okay.
And so even in the moments or the times where we stray, the Bible says, "Thy word have I hid in my heart." Like, so even when you out there and you doing what you think you want to do, the spirit that lives in you won't allow you to stay comfortable in sin. So without God, because of God, and the spirit within me and the things that I know and my beliefs, it would not allow me to be comfortable or even remain in that situation.
Yeah. No.
So
absolutely.
it was rough. Nobody don't just wake up and be like, I want to get divorced. Well, some people do. That wasn't my story.
Yeah.
I tried to make it work. And then sometimes you just got to know when to fold them.
Yeah.
You got to know when to let it go. And so God definitely carried me through that. So I am truly grateful.
Okay. No, and that's amazing, because like you said, most people wouldn't know because I didn't know that you had once been married. I didn't know we shared that, commonality because I also, was once married too. In fact, it was 12 years. So you're right. It's not something that you just easily let go of. You definitely teeter-totter with that for quite some time and you still continue to endure, you know, the hardships of it, just hoping that it'll eventually change and it'll eventually get better, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to make that hard decision of letting go, and then the fear is after that is starting over. Like, what does dating look like? Because how long were you married, if you don't mind me asking?
So we was together in total, marriage and dating, for a little over 7 years.
Yeah.
But we were dating. We weren't married long. And if we wasn't married long.
Okay. Nope, that's fair.
No, we weren't married long. Meaning we got married, like we dated majority of, that relationship. Yeah. So we were, I think in total, we probably was married maybe like like 14 months or something like that.
Okay.
And so for me, once we got married, because there had already been, that track record was there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So once we was married, and I was like, oh, you still, and I was out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so the divorce probably lasted longer. You know what I mean? Like we were going, because he didn't want a divorce. He did not want a divorce. And so we were going through litigation and, all of the legal stuff. We were going through all of those things longer than we were actually, you know what I mean? Like together in a house. And we got divorced. Like I was just telling somebody this the other day, like how God blessed, because it was so bad. Like it was so bad. And I remember praying like, God, please just free me. Like I don't care what I gotta do, Lord, just get me out of this situation, And so against my lawyer's judgment, I went downtown with him to go get I had a restraining order. And so I went to go get the restraining order lifted. And the department that we went to, they were like, oh, you got to go upstairs and whatever. And so we came around the corner, and I literally ran into my lawyer. I was like, because my lawyer, girl, he was no joke. Okay.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I was like, he was like, what are you doing here? I was like, like he was my dad or something. I'm like, but I was like, well, I was gonna get the restraining order lifted because, and he was like, he told us to go in his conference room. And so we were sitting in the conference room, and I didn't know what the heck was about to happen.
Right.
And he came in there with these papers, and he was like, sign here. And we both signed. We asked no questions. Okay. Right. We didn't sign our life away. We don't know what we signed. Signed our kids over. We didn't sign our name. And he was like, he looked at me. He said, Natasha, he said, you're a free woman. He said, you're now divorced. Girl, I could not believe it.
Wow.
And so we couldn't get the restraining order lifted. That's what the lady was like, y'all have to go upstairs. And so my lawyer knew that.
Wow.
And he was...
Wow, he was one step ahead of you.
He was like, but we signed and didn't ask no questions. Neither one of us did. And he was just like, he was devastated. Like he knew that, he knew like, it was over with, like the hole that was there, that the thing that was keeping us, it was over, and, but my hopes were that he would, I always believe, I might believe in people a little bit too much,
I think that might be the case.
And yes, that might be it. But when we done, we done.
Oh, okay. Girl.
Right. I don't even know them. I'm sorry, what? But yeah, so I was just hopeful, and I was just like still trying to be, I don't want to say a friend, but like, hey, there's no hate. I don't, like we good, I still got love for you, but the relationship with us romantically is over. But I look forward to a healthy co-parenting relationship.
Yeah.
And unfortunately that it didn't happen. It didn't happen the way that I would have liked to see it happen. Of course. Yeah. But he wasn't happy that we were divorced, but unfortunately, things just did not work out.
Yeah.
So I got divorced, and it was so random, you know what I mean? And I'm like, and that's just how God bless. He just moved like that. Like you just never know when and where, but he'd be on time.
Oh yeah,
he'd be on time.
That's a good way to end it too.
You need a little button thing like on
I know, right? Because listen, you threw just gems in there in that moment.
Thank you.
Because I think that we've all been there where we're like, okay, I just want it to be over. You do want the peace too, because I've been there too. You just want peace. You don't want all the the negative and the arguing and the fighting. You just want to have your peace back. You know what I mean? And you just want to have your life back, because that also is just kind of pulling at you until you're finally released.
Yep.
So me and you got too many similarities, because I've been there, and once the dust, finally settles from that, I know how scary it is to actually try to get back into dating. It's like, well, how do I, where do you even start? Where do you even begin? And it literally is God, like you said, throughout the whole entire process, though, from when it's bad and ugly to when you finally get to see the light at the end, too.
Yep.
Yeah. Now you said that you've always, knew God and, had that relationship with him. Do you feel like it became stronger, that relationship, when you were going through what you were going through, the trials and tribulations of ending the marriage?
I would say that my relationship with God is what kept me,
Yeah.
you know. So I was active at that time of my life. I was very active in ministry, active in
Okay.
church, like all the things church.
Mhm.
If my church, I was very committed and faithful to the ministry that I was at that time. So it definitely played a part,
Okay. Okay.
my goddad, Lord rest his soul,
Mhm.
he was so comforting, you know what I mean?
Oh.
And my godmom, they were extremely supportive.
Yeah.
They very big on marriage and relationships.
Yeah.
It's a lot of younger people in the ministry. So they were
Mhm.
very big on, relationships and healthy relationships
For
at that.
sure.
And so as I was going through that time, they was just supporting me as best as I could.
Mhm.
And so my godparents were my pastors. And so
Okay.
having them in the ministry at the time, it was definitely valuable. And like I said, it God, of course, but the community,
Yeah.
it definitely kept me. So I'm
Okay.
extremely grateful for that.
Well, I mean, that's a blessing. I love how you kind of already like tied it on in to the next sector, because God will bless you with individuals, because not everybody can be your community. Not everybody can be, your safe space when you're going through what you're
Mhm.
going through. But there are appointed ones that God will give you that literally will, hold your hand, walk you
Mhm.
through it, you know what I mean? Or give you that hug when you really are down and out, and be that pick me up when you need it. So I know you mentioned some key elements. Your pastors were very critical, in everything that you were going through, and then you had some trusted friends, I'm sure, as well.
Mhm.
Did you feel like throughout the situation that you also, God showed you some friends or family that you kind of had to lose in that season to be able to get to where you are?
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, um, in my relationship with him from the beginning, I feel
Mhm.
like, no, not to say this arrogantly or
Okay. No.
cocky or nothing like that, but um, in my younger days,
Okay.
okay.
You still look good, girl. What you talking about? Like it's 20.
But like high school, my younger
Yeah.
20s, stuff like that or whatever, I kind of had I've always been kept. Like
Okay.
I've always been the type of girl. I never had what they call it hoe days, and
The
it's
girl
very
days.
low mileage over here.
Okay.
Okay. I never
That's good.
you know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
I've always been very selective
Okay.
and like the guys that I talk to, I never talked to like a lot of guys at once. They be like, date them all. That's
Yeah.
never been me.
Horrible advice, by the way. Yeah.
And so I just my friends, like when I got, like I said, we started dating after my mom passed away. And
Mhm.
so my friends were like frowning, you know what I mean? Like
Mm.
my friends at the time, they were frowning really hard at my relationship with him. But
Wow.
to me at that time, he was like the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
I will never ever, I don't care what he has done beyond that, whatever did not work out in our relationship. During that time when my mother first passed away, he was a constant, and he was
Mm.
very present.
Yeah.
When people pass away, the funeral is over, the body is in the ground now, and
Yeah.
people just go back to their lives, and you be left stuck,
Yeah.
left in that space. And so I'm an only child. My mother, it was always just me and my mom my whole
Okay.
life. So when she passed away, I felt alone. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I just was left in this world all by myself. And so he was there, he was
Mhm.
there. So he had definitely done enough of the groundwork.
Okay.
He had definitely done enough, you know, plant the seed. He did
Yeah.
all the things, you know what
Okay.
I mean, to
Yeah.
to
You
to
showed us
convince,
self-approved. Yeah. Yeah.
you know. So when they was over there saying like, "Girl, you tripping," and he this
Mm.
and I couldn't
You
see
couldn't
it.
see that. Yeah.
I couldn't see it. All I saw was, you know, when I couldn't sleep at night, the person who was up with me,
Mm-hmm.
and when I couldn't sleep at night, like he was gonna make me some sleepy time tea. You know what I mean? Like he was
It's the
sweet
little
to
things, of
me.
course.
And you know what? That's the thing, you be so caught up in them in this, like the representative.
Yeah.
And I couldn't see past, like, so when he started being that, I'm like, but he just like how is this the same person?
Right.
But yeah, so my friends and my family was like, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
I was like, please, I never forget one time my cousin, her and like my best friend at the time, they called me, and my two of my cousins and my best friend, they called me and was like, we want to come get you, get you out the house or whatever.
Yeah.
Girl, they had a whole intervention for me.
Oh,
a real intervention. Like,
well,
I'm laughing
that's another
now.
way to blindside.
I was like, what? And they were
Right.
like, and it was not like easy conversation. Like they were extremely, and and I was like, I was very overwhelmed and caught off guard. I felt very attacked, and I could not receive, even if what they were saying was true.
Right.
It was the delivery that I could not receive, and so I was like, it just pushed me further away. You know what I mean? Like, and whether I went, I don't recall going back and telling him, like in detail what happened or whatever, but it definitely on my own made me like draw back. Now I feel like I can't even tell y'all, like what's going on. Like I can't even tell anybody, So when y'all, I was just like, I started isolating myself, but the reality is like he was isolating me, and it was easier for me to go for it because they already was judging me, they already was so. But yeah,
it was like the perfect setup. It
yep,
sounds like, you know what I mean?
yep,
I've been there too.
yep.
Because you really do.
It's okay. We delivered. We delivered.
That's right. That's right. God showed us there's of our ways.
We delivered.
Hey, y'all. I know you're enjoying the episode of Beaut Tea Told. We're going to get right back to it. But first, I have a question for you. Have you been struggling in your relationship or maybe lack thereof and just need someone you can trust to talk to? Or maybe you find yourself back in them tired, played out games and wonder, how in the world did I get here? Well, guess what? You now can book a session with me at beautytold.com and let's talk about it. Let's heal, let's grow, let's build so that way you can become your better self, and that way you can attract what you are desiring and get the relationship that you so deserve. Oh, and don't forget to get your merch such as hoodies as well as mugs. Let's sip, let's talk, and let's make that positive change. We're going to become our best self, and I'm going to help you to get there. So again, I have so many to choose from as far as varieties that's best suited for you. Grab the relationship coaching that's going to be that game changer for you. And I can't wait to see you there. What are you waiting for? But I mean, it's a part of you that understands it because they love you and it was, coming from a loving place. And I've had friends that literally did something similar. But to your point, when you're still, very much fixated on this person and this is what, you're gun-ho on, and they've really been that person that you want to spend, your life with and want to be with, you can't see sometimes the red flags that are just so apparent to them, but to you is.
And so what I was going to say, like, about when I said not being like cocky or whatever. So I kind of, I guess, had this reputation, like I said, like always in kept, never, talk to a lot of guys or whatever. I always did the choosing. You know what I mean? Like, God, I remember a friend of mine was like, I remember we used to bet on who could talk to you because I just would not. Wow. You know what I mean? And my friends was busy. They were like, and don't get me wrong, we used to be outside. I was kicking it at the Millennium, girl. I was having a time. But when it came to that, it's enough.
Yeah.
And so my friends and my family, they were like, look at you. Like, girl, it was giving Lifetime movie. Okay. It was giving Lifetime movie. Like somebody should have been out there with the cameras and the mics then, because that's what I was like, what?
Yeah, and when they like,
but I couldn't see what they saw in that moment. You know what I mean? And so they were like, I mean, my one cousin, she was like, so like, like you could talk to anybody, it's so many people that like you, so many dudes want it, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like,
But I was saying that you locked in with that
yeah,
person. That's all you see.
because you cannot tell
Nobody
me that
else
that was,
exists.
listen, that's how it be too. You get
It
fixated
do.
on one person, and you be like,
Honey, cut them
I don't
all
see
off.
nobody. Where they go? Like,
How?
yeah, but I could not see nothing
Yeah.
beyond. I was in love.
Mm.
And too, like I said, my entire life it was always just me and my mom. So she
Yeah.
was gone, and it was a void. It was a void real bad. And so he definitely, he took up some space for a while,
Sure.
and then we broke up, or so I thought.
Mm.
And the funny thing too is like when I s- when I even when my mom passed away, like when we got into that space, like I
Mhm.
I was I was celibate for like a little over a year at that time.
Okay.
And so I don't know. I was just like out of body or something, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it was just like whatever. Like anything goes. It wasn't even no fight, it was just like whatever. And so
Yeah.
we was in that. Now we then turned over another page. Now we in a different, a
Yep.
space now. And we going through the motions. And so it was enough things that had happened that I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm breaking up with you.
Yeah.
And so but when he sent me away with a little going away present. And then
Oh.
shortly after I was like, get
Okay.
another one. I
Yeah.
told my cousin, I was like, go to the store, buy another one. Girl, I took about 8 pregnancy tests, okay? I'm like, I
Oh
know you
my
lying.
gosh. I know. Ooh.
Yes. And so but
Wow.
God blessed me with my daughter.
Yeah.
And she really saved my life. I mean, it sounds cliche, but
Yeah.
um, after coming from, well, not coming from, but like while being still in a very traumatic space and
Mhm.
grieving the loss of my mother, um, let me see, my mother passed away in August, and I was pregnant with my daughter in March. So
Oh
it's a very short
wow.
window.
Yeah, that was short. Yeah.
But I was sinking, like
Yeah.
sinking so low. My mother died, and I remember buying a dress for the funeral,
Mhm.
and I bought a size 14 dress from Limited. Remember, I used to
Mm.
shop at the Limited.
I remember limited.
And Jay-Z and Beyonce, this was when Barack was running for
Okay.
president.
Okay.
Jay-Z and Beyonce, they had that free concert. And
Okay.
so me and my friends went to the mall to get something to wear to the concert. And girl, I was wearing a size 4. I ain't been to a gym. I
Wow.
hadn't I hadn't been on a diet or
Right.
nothing. And we talking about from August to like October, in just 2 months. Like I had lost 10 sizes.
Wow.
But grief come in so many different
It does.
ages and stages. And, I tell people like that part of my life, I feel like some of it I really don't remember. Like
Okay.
I
That's
slept.
fair.
I
Yeah.
remember sleeping. Like that's one thing I can remember,
Mm.
being asleep all the time. But I was grieving.
Yeah.
And it just was it was just me going through the phases, of
Mhm.
it. And once I got enough strength,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm out of here.
Mm.
But, left with something,
Um.
and then
Oh, well,
now I got 3 somethings,
that's but that's all
Love
right.
y'all.
They a blessing. That's right. They are a blessing.
They are. They really are. But my daughter, she was first, and I really, God blessed me with her, and I love hard, right? I love hard. I'm loyal to the soil, as they say. Like, it ain't about my family and my friends. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
play.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna
I
play.
believe it.
Smile on my mugshot, okay? I'm not gonna play. So God gave me a baby.
Yeah,
He blessed me with a daughter, and I'm gonna take care of her.
of
Like
course,
it ain't
of
nothing, and
course.
nobody gonna, So
Yeah.
I started pulling myself out of the dark. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? But definitely somebody was praying for me.
Yeah.
I probably was living off of my mama's prayers, my grandmama's prayers,
Mhm.
and definitely my congregation from the ministry I was at in the church, and just friends or whatever. But in those times where I could not pray for myself and I just didn't
Yeah.
have the words, like I know God could hear the uttering in my heart.
Absolutely.
And so slowly but surely, with strength and time, and definitely God, I started to
Mhm.
come into the light, and I gave birth and I had my daughter.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
that was definitely a pivotal, like I came around a corner, you know, because now like I'm a mother.
That's
and I have
right.
mothered a lot of children in my life, you know.
Okay.
I dated a guy when I was young, like 21, 23 maybe.
Mhm.
And I had custody of his daughter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was he went to jail and his baby mother went to jail. And I ended up with custody of the daughter. And that's still one of my little babies too. Like she's grown now, but the relationship is still
It's still
there,
good.
still love her to
Very
death,
good.
you know. And then my cousin, she was in a shelter.
Mm.
And yeah, they went through some things.
Yeah.
And they ended up being in the shelter, and she has multiple children. So um three of her girls came and stayed with me. And I didn't have any kids yet, you know.
Right.
And then my kid's father, when I started dating him, he already had two children.
Okay.
So I had, you know, had my
You
experience,
sure
you
did. The
know,
mothering
before,
experience
for
for
sure,
sure.
for
Oh,
sure.
wow. Yeah, it's definitely different when you become, a mom to your own.
To your
It's
own.
definitely, it's always a
Yeah.
blessing to be that to others.
Yeah.
But to have it from, from the
The womb.
beginning in the, right there in the womb to now in your arms,
Yeah.
it's a different feeling.
Yeah.
And I could definitely see where that would be, a shining bright light, in the midst of what you're going through. Because, like
Mhm.
you said, you still were, still taking it day by day with grieving, your mom and everything like that. And now relationships. So, that's strength in itself,
Yeah.
because it definitely brings on strength that you didn't know you had as being a
Child.
Oh my gosh. But that's awesome that I just love that, like you said, it was times that even when you were going through it, that you couldn't pray for yourself, that there were others praying for you.
Mhm.
And like you said, God definitely hears because I've journaled where it's just been times where I'm just sitting and crying and can't say a word.
Mhm.
But God, He hears all, He knows all, He feels all.
Yep.
So He knows what we're going through. And the beautiful thing is when we finally get over, you know, that situation to get over that trial that we're going through. There's definitely, the testimony for those to know that, you can get through it too.
That part.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
part. Yeah.
So I love the fact that we've talked in regards to, your faith, because like you said, it was always, always there and always, strong and strengthened throughout. Then you have the support of family and friends and, their love for you to even see a situation that ain't really working,
Mhm.
but they love you so much that it's like, okay, you just gonna have to let her figure things out on her own. Because I feel
It
like
took
that's
some
what,
time.
yeah,
But we got there.
that's what, yeah, but it finally happened. So now when because I know you also talked about, the weight, the fluctuating of weight and things like that, because I know fitness was our other,
Yes.
third component. So how has fitness played a key and vital role in, you helping getting yourself together?
So I will never forget, and it's funny, but it's not funny.
Okay.
Um, I had gained a lot of weight after my first two. I was
Mm-hmm.
snapback.
Oh, easy.
It was, you know what I mean? Like,
I
oh,
do.
I does this. You know, it was.
You can't even do nothing. It just
Child, listen, that third baby
what you say? Yeah.
took me out the game. Okay, he came to ruin my life. It was just not what they say. Remember, he was like, Secretary and Attorney was like, Luther Ray, the curl that's how it was. It was like nothing I was doing was working.
Nothing.
Okay, I had been signed up for so many gym memberships and personal trainers and meal plans. And girl, I was on a JJ Smith smoothie diet. I was doing everything.
I believe it.
But nothing was happening.
Working. Yeah.
Nothing was working. Right. And a friend of mine, she posted something the other day and she was saying, basically the same thing. And she was like, when she got rid of the weight, which was a relationship she had. And she was like, she was worried. She was like, I worked out every day. Wow. She was like, I probably worked out of 30 days. I probably worked out 25 of them. Ooh. And she was like, and I haven't lost a pound, and she was just like, but when she let go, and not let, because sometimes we let go, but you still be like checking on Instagram, and you still
come on now.
No. I mean, let go internally, like I'm releasing this, and when you let that weight go, man,
you'll be surprised
because your body be holding on to that, like the stress and you be like in this all in this constant state of like fight,
Yeah.
always on guard, and your body hold on to that cortisol levels all through you
all
let it go.
things.
Let it go. But yeah, so I was sitting in Bahama Breeze in 2000, I think 15.
Okay.
2015. I was sitting in Bahama Breeze with my aunt, and I was pretty heavy.
Yeah. No, that's fair. We gotta be real.
Girl, I was like, woo. I seen the picture. I'm like, who is that? I know you lied.
Right.
And y'all wanted to have an intervention. This is what y'all should have been having an intervention about right here. Like, don't worry about my relationship. This is what y'all need to be concerned about right here. Yeah. You feel me? Girl, I was like, oh my goodness. No, but so I was sitting behind my breeze with my aunt and my trainer, Philly. Mm-hmm. He we went to high school together actually.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay. And so I follow him on social media, and I used to just be like everybody else, liking the pictures, like I'm gonna come work out one day. I mean, we're always in his DMs, like, and he always was like, whenever you're ready, like, come on.
Yep.
And he posted a picture of this lady. Shout out to Lovey, because she's still at our gym. Wow. But he posted a picture of her. Mm-hmm. If I didn't know these people in real life, I would be like, that's fake. Yeah. That's why people on the internet be like, this Photoshop. I seen it with my own 2 eyes. Wow. When I tell you the pictures was like, it literally looked like 2 different people.
Really?
I wish I could find it. I'm gonna find it and send it to you. It looked like, I'm like, this ain't real. Like I couldn't, to the point, and this ain't no lie. When my food came out, I don't even want it. I didn't even want it. Like I was like, I'm just gonna have a Caesar salad. Like you can send back some empanadas. I want them. I want that.
Give them to somebody else.
Give that to somebody else. Take it back. Give me salad.
Wow. I was in looking, that instant.
In that moment, I was like, I texted him right in that restaurant. And he was like, come see me.
Come on. Yeah.
And the following week. And we've been on ever since. And it has truly, when people be like, oh, it got to be a lifestyle. No, that's for real.
Yeah.
It really, I mean, I'm talking about 10 years. I've been training with him now.
Yeah, I was going to say that's been a while then. Because once you said Bahama Breeze, I already knew, right. Those that's from Cleveland would know.
Bahama Breeze. It's one in Detroit.
Is it?
Yes. Not that I've been there or nothing like that.
Right. No. I love their food.
No, it's one in Detroit because the gym, travels sometimes. And once I was there, and I was like, and
shut up. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have to make sure I make my way to there. No. For the Caesar salad.
That's it. And water. Lettuce and water.
Yes.
Yeah, but so I've been training with my trainer for 10 years, and we definitely have had our ups and downs, girl.
Well,
I'm sure. Get fired from a gym. Like, is this real life? Girl, yeah. He fired me. He was like, come back when you get yourself together. Like,
oh, wow.
And I was like, what? What are you talking about? But I can appreciate it, though. Yeah. I can definitely appreciate it. In a moment, I'm like, okay, forget you, Like, but without him, I was like, dang, I'm not one of them type of people. I hate working out by myself.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It gets lonely.
It's hard, I didn't even realize then. I know it now, but I didn't realize then, like, oh, I just don't like working out alone. I work out if I have to. I work out by myself, so sometimes you want to get some extra work in or whatever. If you go on vacation, like we'll go down in the, the hotel gym or something like that or whatever. But that's different than daily having to go. It's a different type of discipline, I guess, and commitment and like the knowledge of. So with my trainer, he is very knowledgeable. Like he knows. I don't even know how he trained all these people at one time and be like, you do this and you do this and you do that. Right. And it's all beneficial and it works. And, he has everyone looking like their best self.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Philly.
Yeah.
Alumni of Beaut Tea Told. So yeah.
And so But it was definitely, you know, a journey because
Yeah.
I did not start out, you know, with the discipline and the commitment.
I was gonna ask you that. You must have read my mind.
Girl.
I'm like, okay, because I've been where you've been to. Like, okay, no, today marks the change. I'm
Yes.
gonna do this, and in that moment, you really are determined.
Yeah.
But then when it starts to get
Mm-hmm.
to be real,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can do this, Lord.
Yeah. Then you be like, you be like negotiating with your own self.
Yeah,
And it's
like maybe if I do it tomorrow instead.
No.
And then
Never
Saturday
get there.
instead of you know, you start to manipulating the schedule.
Yep.
That's another thing. You gotta find a routine, find a groove, all of that.
I have gotten so like my workout routine.
Mm-hmm.
So the change, right? Initially the workout was I wanted to look different.
Of course.
Right. And so after my third child and the divorce, because when I was going through my divorce, I was pregnant with my last son.
Right.
Okay. And so I got divorced and I got a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, I'm starting this, you know what I mean? Like I'm grieving again.
Right. I was going.
And where do I go? I'm a single mother. You know, sometimes we be single mothers and they be at home. Let's just be real.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it was given very much that, you know what I mean? But it just was like the reality that like, no, he's gone for real. You know?
Wow.
He's like not in the household. And so sometimes like, even though we was going through what we was going through, like my daughter might go, you know, the kids was still, you know, whatever.
Course, yeah.
But it was like, now he's gone. So you everything.
Yeah,
like,
I was going to say, you're all.
If I was hearing mommy, you know, 5 times in a day, now he gone. Now it's like 15 times in a day or 10 times. You know what I mean?
Finally,
yeah. So I was like dealing with that. And it was just like, oh my God, you know?
Yeah.
And so, I made the choice, you know, to go to the gym. And like I said, initially me going to the gym, I thought it was just for the physical change. Like I wanted to look different.
Yep.
But what happened was it changed my mind.
Wow.
And so when my mindset changed, everything else changed.
Yeah.
And
that's good.
My fitness, my relationship with fitness, and my relationship with the gym became like priority. Like to the point I need to schedule my work schedule around because I gotta go to the gym.
Right.
I gotta go. I can't work at that time. But that's the time I'll be at the gym. I can't come. Oh, what? Yeah, I'm gonna be at the gym.
Wow.
You know. And so it's like stages of it because then I was in my groove, you know, and like I'm happy now. Like everybody else should come up here. Everybody, y'all, all y'all people come over. You know.
Yeah.
We lit. You know. But it was just so fun, you know, like this is, I'm so happy. I cannot wait to go here. Can you imagine that?
I know.
Jumping jacks and sweating and being tortured. And I'm like, yes, can't wait to go back, you know?
When's the next time?
But, you know, you really did find like like the community, but then also the results. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then it's like and when you start seeing the results,
honey,
it makes you work harder.
It does, because now you want to keep it that way. Or be like, okay, let me see what else I could do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To better yourself.
Yeah.
So
So you definitely, you know, it's like I say, like stages of it, you know, and you just, like you said, you see one goal, you hit that goal, and you want to hit another one, and you want to, and then you get older and you change, you know, you like.
Yeah, so you have that working against you sometimes, so you got to keep.
Listen, I work that much harder.
Yeah,
okay?
You too.
But I know, so like at one point in time, like I wanted to be like really thin, right? Like I wanted to be I want to be just small.
Okay.
I didn't really care about muscles and like definition or none of that, you know. But then, you know, I got old. As I got older, I was like, no, I want to look like this.
Yeah,
you know?
It's like crazy how your lifestyle changes.
Yeah, so it's definitely, you know, a ongoing. It's an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
And the relationship with fitness and the gym and just your overall health and wellness. It definitely has to become a lifestyle.
It does.
It becomes.
And I simply love the fact that you spoke on the mindset part, because without that mindset shift,
Mm-hmm.
it's just temporary.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to last long, because it was literally, because I struggled as well, with weight and everything. And when I finally made up in my mind that I was going to do it, and I was going through, what could we say? I was single yet married.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I can definitely relate to what you were saying in regards to just being the single parent, single mom, and then all that. And when I tell you that, if you're not being, I had to be like my own mental coach, because literally it's like, okay, do you want the results or not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just as simple as that. And then you also realize, you start to educate yourself more. You realize that, okay, it's not just working out. You can work out 7 days a week, but if your food and diet is not changing, then you're really just working against the grain, and you're not going to really see results that way. So you got to make the changes in both areas.
Yeah.
So it was a lot that, and like you said, it's a transition with that.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Because like you said, some people, I've watched people where if Susie doesn't work out, then okay, then I'm not working out. You know what I mean? Like Susie, dependent on whether you go work out or not. But it has to be the mind. It has to be you, that no matter if Susie go or not, I got to do this for me. You know what I mean?
So Philly, he say that I work out for occasions. That's what he used to tell me.
What?
He'd be like, oh, your birthday coming up.
Oh,
it's a wedding. Are you trying to? Oh, always, girl, we always fighting. He is always I was training the other day, Thursday or something, and he came behind me, like I did like a row or something, and my elbow, and I was like, back up, and so he was like, so aggravated. He'll like rub my side. He's like, Tasha, when are you gonna get this together? I'm like, man, get off of me. I'm like, he's so rude, he's so rude. Oh my God, he's so rude. But he like, when are you gonna get this together?
Wow.
And I'm like, but the thing about it is that sometimes he's just being facetious, but other times it's like, no, he's really serious, And I can appreciate, like, call me out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
If you just see me in my mess and you don't speak up,
say nothing.
you know what I mean? Like,
then.
And so he used to say, like, at the beginning, he would be like, you just work out for occasions and stuff like that or whatever. And so one time he fired me from being his client. Right?
The nerve.
It was like a breakup.
Right.
I was crying. Like, he acted like it hurted him so bad to tell him.
Oh,
to tell me.
Right.
Girl, he was like, so look, we training, right? So I get to the end of my session and I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm like to leave or whatever. And I walk off, and it was like I got halfway down, and he was like, Sasha, come here. And I look back, but I had already knew, like, because he kept weighing me. I'm like, he put me on this. And I would be like 1 pound up, 1 pound down, 2 pounds up, 1 pound down, 3 pounds, 2 pounds. It was just like this.
Yeah.
And so he called me, I went in the office with him, and it was so funny because, like, my crew who I used to work out with at the time, it was all like, uh-oh, like, you going in the principal's office.
Yep, I was just about to say, take back to school.
Girl, we went in that office, and he pulled that photo out, and he was just like, I mean, what are you doing? I mean, you got money to blow, you rich. You want to just give me your money? I mean, what are you doing? I mean, he is definitely not the guy that's like, he's not one of them trainers that's like, give me the money, give me the money, give me the money. I don't care about your results.
Right.
Because he got some people that's waiting to get on that roster that's gonna get the results. You know what I mean? That's gonna make him look good. He gonna make them look good, but they're gonna make him look good in return.
That's true. Yeah.
And so he like, I don't need your money, Wow. And so because like the relationship we have, and he's like, people look at you in a way. Like they know that you work out here. They know the
a representation.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So I mean, girl, we was in the office for so long, and he was just going back and forth. And I mean, it was just the most dramatic. We needed a camera and a microphone in there. It definitely could have been reality TV. It was the most dramatic scene. But it was real. You know what I mean? It was real. It was raw emotions. And he definitely, like, from a friend space, like I believe that he really didn't want to make the decision. But it was necessary. And it was like sink or swim. He told me, he was like, lose 10 pounds and you can come back.
Wow.
And I had to lose 10 pounds.
You literally had to prove yourself.
I had to lose 10 pounds. And I never knew that I wanted to work out, not just with him, but I never knew how much that's when it like kicked in. I'm like, oh, my fitness, like, because now I'm like train my workout by myself. Like, I don't even know what to do. You know, I don't even, but he taught me, you know what I'm saying? Like all of the time that he had been training me, like I knew enough to go on and, you know what I mean? And so I worked out and I remember telling him, I was like, can I come back? And, you know, I'm like, can I come in and get weighed today? And I was like, okay. And I went and, you know, my crew, they was all excited. And girl, he put me on that scale and he was like, you almost there. And I was like, what? And I looked, girl, and I had lost 8 pounds. And I was like, but, and he was like, you almost there? And he walked off. Girl, I was so dead. I was like,
I know. You're like, you can't let these 2 pounds slide.
I mean, it was just like, then, but he knew like I was close. Of
course.
Right. So now,
we're getting there.
Like the next week, I'm like, okay, put me on the scale.
Yeah.
Girl, please. He probably made me wait like a month.
Really?
But see, the tactic is like she got the 2 pounds off, and let's see if she a month she keep it off.
Yep.
Or however long. It felt like forever. But when I came and he weighed me, he was like, let's go. And we've been back in business ever since. He probably wanted to buy me a few times after that.
Yeah, of course. Because he was like, listen, I didn't want to do this to you, but I had to. But we need that tough look.
Yeah. But since then, like if I could just be honest, you know, since then, that was in 2019. Since then, I've gained weight. You know what I mean? Like I've did the up and down thing. Maybe not as much,
right?
But I have gained weight. And we know I'm in it enough that I know, like, okay, that's what I need to do to get back. You know, so
yeah. So you're able to catch it this time. Versus letting it get too far down.
Yeah. So. But it's the mind, like we said, it's the mind shift.
And that was a good example, not only on the fitness side, but the fact that to have a true friend, because I think that's what you really need in your corner when you're trying to, you know, get yourself together, is you need true friends that's going to give you the real, and you got to be accepting of it. So I'm glad that you were at a place where you could be able to accept the realness of, okay, I got to stop playing around with this. If I'm going to do it, let me do it.
Yeah.
If I ain't, let me stop wasting his time in my own.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
But I love the fact that he was a true friend that really made you stick to your guns. You know what I mean? And really made you work hard. So it could only better you. You know what I mean? And I think not only in fitness, but in just relationships, period. That's what we need. We need those true friends. That's why when I tell you guys that everybody can't be a community, it's true, because everybody is not going to have your best need in mind. You know what I mean? So they really need to be the ones that tell you, you know, the truth, whether you want to hear it or not, to be there for you. And I have one friend that literally, it changed my whole mindset of thinking. It was like, you know, what kind of friend do you need me today? Do you need me to be the friend that you just be a listening ear? Do you need me to friend to give you the real? Or, you know what I mean? And that's, I respected that.
Yeah.
I respected that. And I now also make sure I do the same. You know, when I have a girlfriend that's maybe going through some relationship things, you want to just go straight into, okay, girl, so this is what you need to do. But sometimes they just need you to just hear them. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times they already teeter-tottering with, they know what they need to do.
Yeah.
But they don't need you being the mommy at that time, you know? So it really just, you know, you need those friends, though. Yeah, you need them in general. So listen, I just love the fact that we've touched on the faith, we touched on the friends and the fitness, because it really is the shifting of you. So guys, that was the whole, you know, concept of this. It wasn't how to make them regret losing you and all this. I'm glad that you also touched on not, you know, following social media. You do have to cut them off.
Yeah.
And really have to really full force get through this breakup. But the work is in you.
For sure.
It's not in hoping that that person is going to change, but that's a whole nother topic. You know, it's very rare that you can go back to an ex. But the focus needs to be on you. It needs to be getting yourself together. It needs to be able to get, you know, that faith together, you know, really getting your spirituality together, getting that connection with God, because he's the only one that'll see you through the good, bad, and ugly of a breakup. When it comes to friends, putting certain people in your place, maybe they might come around that time to be what you need to be, that, you know, what is it, the Nathan to your David. You know, you need those that'll come at the point of time that God gives you. And then, honey, fitness, you can't go wrong with getting yourself together now, okay? Because it helps
revenge body
outside. Yeah, come on, revenge body. And you know what's funny? And I was thinking this in my head. When I did my fitness journey, it started off with the revenge. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna make him regret he ever let me go. He want to choose her over me. Like I'm gonna make him regret that option." And the more I started working, and the more guys started working, the more I realized like, bump him. I want to like what I see.
Yeah.
When I look in the mirror.
Yeah.
And that's going to be good enough for me.
Yeah.
So it literally changed even my mindset and my thinking, changed that thinking into something that's more, longevity. Because now I can be, what was that? Mine was 2020 when I started mine. So now 5.5 years in, I'm still doing this. Way after the ex is long gone. You know what I mean? Well, technically not long gone. We co-parent. But it just helped me to realize that I didn't need him back. Yeah. But I need me to be the best version of me. For sure. So I love that. So y'all, yeah, it was a little plot twist with that one, I'm sorry to disappoint. But it's for your own good because I'm telling you, if you do those 3 things, if you lock in with God all the way, if you get the right set of friends and family in your circle, your circle may be small. You don't need 50,000 people. A lot of times your circle is very small, the trusted individuals that you can really count on. And then getting yourself together, eating right, treating your body right, working out, getting to like what you like when you look in the mirror. That's all the revenge you need. And believe it or not, they looking still.
For sure.
That ex is still looking, okay?
Period.
But now you're a different version that they don't even recognize. So,
and that's what I was gonna say too. Even when I look back, at the time, like I said, since him, I've dated.
Of course.
Yeah. It didn't, turn into nothing. But I'm just a different person. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, my tolerance is just, it's just like a lot of the things that I went for or dealt with in that space. I'm just not having it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I heard that.
And so it's like we grown.
Yeah, that part.
What you want to do?
Yeah.
What we doing?
No, for real.
Today might be your lucky day. And more than likely it's not, but you know what I mean? Like, let's just be intentional and let's be honest. Like, because if you don't got to waste my time and you don't got to lie, you know what I mean? Because you will get way further with me than I tell anybody, and you can attest. Like, women already know. We know what we gonna do, and we know what we ain't gonna do. You know what I mean? So, if you just be honest from the beginning, you know what I mean? Like, you could save all of us a lot of time, a lot of headache, a lot of drama. Like, let's just be honest with each other. And so, a lot of men, what I find, they really, because they want to play games. The right one, can deal with it. But the ones who don't, they want to waste your time and play games. They can't deal with that. Nope. It's like, oh, she too straightforward. She aggressive. She strong. I'm gonna say her, I am busy. Okay. I have 3 kids at minimum. If I'm not doing nothing else, this guy called me one time, girl. He was like, when I said I was blowing my phone up, right? Somebody gave me my phone number. Okay. Right. But he cool. Okay, whatever. I already had told you, like, ain't nothing going on. But, he was okay, decent enough to have a conversation with. Okay. Yeah. And so he was blowing my phone up one day. And so I was like, what's going on? Like, what's up? And he was like, I wanted to know, could you do me a favor? And I'm like, what? And he was like, I'm going to Houston and I wanted to know, could you wash my clothes? Girl.
What?
I like to lost. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Right.
I said, wash your clothes.
Yeah.
I said, what made you think of me to wash your clothes? This not nobody I've dated. We ain't never hugged. I don't even know where you live at. You don't even know where I live at. Okay. Wash your clothes. He was like, well, my housekeeper, she not available, and I trust you, you know what I'm saying? I know you good people, and I wanted to know if you can come over to my house and wash my clothes. I said, don't think I'm that good of a person. Okay. Right. I hung up the phone, right? I was so bothered. I called him back. I said, let me tell you something. I don't need no man to come and add to my plate. I said, listen, let me break this down for you.
Please, yeah. I'm glad you did
it. In a week, 7 days in a week, at minimal, it's 4 people in my house, me and my 3 children. Right. At minimal, if nobody never changed their clothes and we just wore one outfit, I said, that's 28 pairs of pants, 28 shirts. I said, you think I want to wash somebody else's clothes? And I have a very busy family, active week in the gym, week, my daughter in cheer. You know, like, you know how many clothes I wash in a week? You think I want to wash somebody else's clothes? You think you doing me a favor because you could trust me? Oh, I was
to
hot.
benefit you.
He was like, and another thing, you know what I'm saying? Girl, I was like,
the nerve.
Why don't you ask me, can you come over and wash my clothes? Let me take my stuff over there. You have a housekeeper. You are a single man with a housekeeper.
Oh, girl, that's even worse. That's even worse.
Stuff like that.
It's just you.
I'm like, no. Now, if this was my man, that's different because we are in a relationship.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm assuming that I'm assuming he is. He's doing something to lighten my load.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying? And so I have the time and I have the desire to want to wash your clothes because I love catering to my man. Okay.
Course, yes.
So, you know, but it's different. You know what I mean? And it comes with the territory. Like I want to take care of him. I want to do all of the things.
Right.
But for you to feel like it was I was supposed to be honored. I trust you. Don't trust me.
Right.
Don't trust me.
Not even a little bit.
Don't trust me. But yeah, I'm just like, no. Wow. And so, you know, when it comes to dating, you know, guys be like, and so not to come off as aggressive or straightforward or anything like that, but I just know what I want and I know what I don't want.
I know that's right.
And so but it's the mindset. It's the mindset. Because at one point in time in my life, I might have, you know, the breadcrumbs. I might have been, and now it's just like, no.
Yeah. No, I think we've all felt. Well, that one probably got to top the cake. I've never heard no craziness like that before. Yeah. The foolishness, but I like what you said because once you become the transform you, it really does change the game. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because like you said, and I don't know about you too, but the discernment clicks in where I can immediately pick up and be like, nah, we ain't gonna be the fit.
And that's what I'm saying. Like because I already know who you.
Yep.
So let's not even play no games because I already see you in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? I already know what you're about to do. So yeah, you know what I mean. Now, if I want to waste my time today, you know, if I want to run in circles, then let me. You know, that's my choice. But let it be my choice. You know. But girl, yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So beauties and gents, just know your worth. And like I said, when you've done the work on you, you're going to be able to pick up on who's right for you, who's not right for you, clearly. And you're going to know exactly when the right person at that right time and God's timing is going to be the person for you, you know, because like you said, Tasha, it's not going to be to add on more to your plate. It's going to help to lessen it. You know what I mean? Because that's going to be the give and take of the whole getting to know and the relationship and the building is that they don't want to add more stress to you. They don't want to add more work. They want to make your life easier. Us ladies, we want to make life easy for you. Make you feel like
I'm waiting to live the soft life that they be talking about.
Yeah. It's coming because we're going to speak into existence. It's coming.
I'm waiting.
Because the good women out here that I keep coming across, it's coming. Yeah. I'm just believing it by faith.
I'm believing it with you. I'll touch you where 2 or 3 are gathered in his name.
Amen. Okay. That's it. That's all you
But
need.
until he comes. Okay.
Yeah. So please don't play crazy, okay?
The sad thing about it is that, you know, sometimes my friend said, do you think you ever get married again? I was like, I would love to. I love love.
Okay, that's a good question.
You know, I love love. I look forward to a relationship. And my kids is getting older, you know. Yeah. You can run off into the sunset or whatever.
I know that's right, girl.
But
be able to go
do I look forward to somebody wasting my time or playing? And like you said, the discernment is what keep you by yourself. You be like,
it does.
But the peace that I have in my mind and in my heart and the joy.
Every moment of that singleness.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not, there was some tears I don't ever want to cry again.
Baby.
Ever. You know what I mean?
The deliverance of knowing that I don't have to go because now you have a choice.
Yes.
Because the Bible even speaks of he will give you a way of escape if you let him.
Yeah.
So it's just
even in the like we talked about with the, you know, situationships, you know, they did not go anywhere because the changed me did not allow, you know what I mean? Because I've had some good times.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Some great times, some amazing times. But I couldn't stay. It was just like, people be like, follow your heart. Don't, your heart is deceitful.
It can. It
you know what I mean?
Can be.
Don't follow your heart. You got to get your head and your heart to line up together, and that's what you follow. And in your mind, you know what I mean? I tell my daughter, I be like, listen to your gut. Like when you feel, listen to that. You know what I mean? Everything. And you need to get your head and your heart and all of those things aligned, and that is what you want to follow. Yeah. And sometimes it be hard, but it's the best decision.
I agree with you. Yeah. It definitely be hard, but it's worth it. Things that are too easy, it ain't worth it. Things that you got to work hard for, well worth it. Yeah, absolutely. I have to ask, like I asked all my guests, and so far, not one answer has been the same. Okay. So when it comes to my final question, Miss Tasha, what makes you beautiful?
My heart.
Okay. My heart. Love that. Yeah.
Girl. When I was little, my mother used to be like, you ain't get the heart from me. Oh wow. So you really got the heart of God, because you ain't get the heart from me. Wow. But the ability to love, like you've never been hurt before. Wow. And to forgive. Yeah. And to see people beyond, like their mistakes and their faults and things like that. It's not something that everybody is capable of doing, even my kid's father, my ex, like I don't hate him. I have nothing that's good malicious in my heart, you know what I mean, towards him. Like in a perfect world, he and I would be able to co-parent. But for whatever reason, we're not, it's just it's not a healthy picture perfect co-parenting relationship. And so, but that's because there's still some work that need to be done over there. I was just about to say. And for me, I'll be like, gotta go. Like I just don't give no room to nobody for no foolishness. And so, I just, in my heart, you do more damage to yourself holding on to like hurt and pain and all of those things. And just because you forgive somebody does not mean that you have to forget what happened or what what it made you feel like. But having a heart that is able to release, it allows you to be free.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. And I'm speaking to faith that you guys will get to that co-parenting. I mean, I truly believe it. It'll get there. Yeah. And like you said, it has to be the other person to go through that transformation as well. Because I mean, you can build the bridge, to the halfway point, but they gotta at least meet you halfway with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it'll get there. With God, anything's possible. If I don't know nothing else, Lord knows.
You see, I ain't say nothing. I'm like, my son is 12, but okay.
Well, maybe I have.
But we'll see. 13. We'll see.
You never know.
You never know.
New year, new him.
I'm
we don't know.
Optimistic.
Yeah, that's right. That's another trait that we have.
Yeah.
Just be optimistic until it happens.
I really do feel like that in life. Like I be just like looking for the best.
And I do too. In everything.
Just always hoping for the best. Like always just believing in, and some people be like, oh, that's how you end up with disappointment and heartache, But this heart, this heart of mine,
And to your point though, like you said, the beauty is your heart but you have to be able to give the next person a chance. So like you said, you have to be able to love like you've never been hurt before. I mean, that you got to give them a fair shot. You know what I mean? So it's risky. Yeah. I mean, it's always going to be risky, but heck, you got to take that chance. Yeah. How else you going to know?
That's true.
Speaking of what we need to know or not, y'all, time for another episode, another segment of What's the Tea? So, Tosh, I got a good one for you now.
Okay.
All right. So, this one was a beauty that wrote in. And so, y'all, he says he's not ready for a relationship, but acts like he's my man. So, So I'm just giving y'all that's the premise. Okay, we're gonna work off of this. So here's what she told me. I've been seeing this guy for almost a year. He takes me on dates. We talk every day. I've even met his mom. But when I ask, what are we? He says he's not ready for a relationship. How? You not ready, but you're doing all the relationship things. So very confusing, beauties. We've all been there. Should I stay and just be patient? Or should I just move on before I waste more time? All right now. I always gotta, give it to my guest of honor. Cause I think I can read you, that's the Cancer in us. We can pretty much
tie my shoes up. Run. Girl, run.
Yes,
run.
For
Far,
sure.
far away. God, make me a bird. Okay. Get out of there. 10 out of 10, don't recommend.
That part.
No, seriously.
That part. I mean, because realistically, wasting your time.
Mm-hmm.
Is because like you said, are you to be patient? Are you wasting time? You are absolutely 100% wasting your time.
Yeah.
Because I only know this because I have a nice amount of good men in my life and some that ain't so good, but I'm able to discern which ones.
Mm-hmm.
And the good guys, they know what they want and they not willing to string you along. They don't want to lose you, so they're going to hurry up and snatch you up and, hey, let's make this official. Let's do this. I want you to meet all my family friends, not just mom, because sometimes mom, that don't always equate to
she meet everybody.
This going somewhere. Yeah, she meet everybody and anybody from the neighborhood. I mean, that you can't hold no weight to that.
Yeah.
So you got to move and move quickly, like you said, and run, honey. Do not waste any more time. Block and delete. Find your peace. Do all the things we just told you to do.
Seriously.
Finding God, finding a good family circle and friend circle. And, honey, get you right. And before you know it, he going to be regretting that he ever lost you. Period. But it's too late.
Period.
So, short and simple, but straight to the point.
No, run.
Yeah.
Fast. Like you
say,
said,
10 out of 10.
We all been there.
I might have to get a shirt that say that.
Girl.
I love that.
That 1 year will quickly turn and be 5 years.
Before you know it, and you still asking the same questions. Because I personally, the only reason why I can laugh and joke with this now, because unfortunately I lived this, okay? I was in a whole situationship, didn't realize it. And I was doing the same thing you doing, honey, is, okay, so what we doing? What are we? And the games and the lies and the beautiful ways he tried to make it seem like we were getting there, but we never got there. And before I knew it, it was over a year. And I said, now, the better question is, what am I doing? It ain't what we doing, because clearly we ain't doing nothing. It's what am I doing still in this mess?
If I gotta ask you what we doing, we're not doing enough.
Yeah, that part.
You know what I mean? And we're not doing it no more. And like you said, like we all been there. I'm mature enough to say that I'm not really built for that type of thing. I tried it, like the casual dating.
Yeah,
I'm not built for casual. I'm more of a covenant type of woman.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
We locked in.
I don't really. Yeah, I that's not really for me. Just the random.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work out.
No.
You know what I mean? And so, and then people, men and women, because I've seen it now both ways, but will try to make you feel bad for, you know what I mean, like for desiring more or wanting more, when that's really just how we were made. Like that's how we were designed, and when you don't want more from this person, it's not just because they don't want more of this interaction. They're just getting fulfilled from somebody else. You know what I mean? From other people, other places. Area and it's your turn. Today your turn. You on the roster.
Wow. Yeah,
take
that's
me off
exactly
of it.
what it is.
You know what I mean? And so it's just a matter of, but that thing, like she said about being patient, like you be so patient, and then now it's 5 years. They're gonna lead you on and breadcrumb. They do what they do just enough to keep you. You know what I mean? They do just enough to keep you in that space and to continue to reap the benefit of you, whatever the benefit is.
Yeah.
It might not even be sex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it might
it
just
don't have to
be a good meal, whatever it is,
good conversation. Yeah.
And then sometimes too, guys like to just know, like I know a guy very controlling, he like checks a lot of boxes, you know what I mean?
Wow.
But one of the things is like the control, like I need to see if I still got it. And if I got it, I can get this one and that one. And and it's like no end to it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's not gonna be an end until he decides. And the moment that he decides that it comes to an end, everybody on the roster, they're gonna be
Hurt,
baby.
bro. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ooh-wee.
And so it's unfortunate. It's extremely unfortunate, that you become now in his defense. Some people sign up.
That's true.
They sign up to be a clown at the circus.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And if you signed up for this,
That's
you know what I mean? Especially,
you get what you get.
You know what I'm saying? Like what did you expect?
Yep.
So it ain't really too much, where it's not too much that you can say, or I can't really, feel for you because you signed up to be a part of this. But other people, when they're being deceived and things like that.
Yeah.
I remember telling my brother, Lord rest his soul, I was like, if you got a lot of girls, you really not him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you got a lot, you can't be like, yeah, I'm with her and I'm gonna be with her, and if that's what you're doing and that's what you want to do. If that ain't how you, then you really know who
you're not. Yeah, because a real wholesome guy, you're gonna find that one, and that's who you lock with. You know what I mean?
If you really, like, even women, if you really date them all, sis, then date them all. It won't be, a sneaking or a secret, or not that you got to be loud about it, but it ain't a secret either.
That's true.
And
if you all are both deciding that you want to date around, then that's
different. That's different.
But you brought up a good point too. Make sure you make your intentions known in the beginning. I've learned that now too. Listen, I'm intentionally dating with the hopes of being married. Is that what you want? Or you not on that? Because I had a guy, he was very frank and told me that. He was like, oh, you know what? I'm just looking for a good time. Thank you. I appreciate the honesty. And that's not where I'm at. So this is where this ends.
Yep.
And just like you said, you can nip so many things in the bud real quick. We ain't got to go 6 months, a year. It's done.
All that.
Yeah, we done.
Yeah.
So I hope that helped, because me and my girl Tasha, we had to let you know the real, but also not even just let them go, but what you need to do to make better decisions with the next person.
Yeah.
So, all right, y'all. Listen, another episode in the books. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as we did. And Tasha, did you have any lasting words for my beauties and gents? Anything that you?
No, follow me on Instagram, Betty and Tasha. For all your event and management needs. That's it. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. And I'm going to have your information in the show notes. Don't worry about it. And guys, again, if you, whether booking a session with Tasha or whether booking a session with me, your relationship coach, we just want to make sure that you are with the right expertise, where we are going to be able to get the results, what you need, how you need it, when you need it, all the things. Check, and check. So make sure you guys lock in. And of course, until next time, I love you guys, and let's make that change.